G'day guys, HJ Bricks here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I certainly am. And today we have another retiring sets video. This time we are going to be looking at all of the Marvel Lego sets retiring December 31st of 2022. So this will just give you a brief overview of the amount of pieces and the set names for each of the sets that are going to be retiring, so I can help you decide if you want to add them to your collection. Let's get into it. Now guys, starting off here, I have ranked all of these sets into little subcategories. So as you can see, the first one here is 4+, and a couple of sets will cross over a couple of different categories, like of course here with the SpiderMan Mysterio's drone attack, that would cross over 4+ and SpiderMan, but I've just kind of put it in the more logical one, and so this is obviously a tiny set, so it has gone in the 4+. But starting off, we have SpiderMan at Doc Ock's lab, set 10783, coming in with 131 pieces. Now, this is a bit of an odd set. I mean, it's a 4+ set, so it's designed for little kids to play with, and that's what it is. The Doc Ock is a little bit odd, and of course the Spider-Man figure and the Gwen have little legs, but I think if you can get past that, this is a nice little 4+ set. Might want to pick it up for your kids for Christmas or something like that. The next one we have here is the Spider-Man vs. Mysterio's drone attack, set 76184, coming in with 73 pieces. And for a 4+ set, I have to say this is actually a very nice deal. Getting that Mysterio, the Nick Fury, and the Spider-Man with a very, very nice leg, dual-molded legs I believe that is, and some nice printing on that Spider-Man. I would definitely recommend picking that one up if you don't have that Spider-Man, just so you can add it to your collection. Now we also have one final 4+ set. This one is the Captain America and Hydra face-off, set 76189, coming in with 49 pieces. And if you don't have a Captain America and you want to add one to your collection because he's one of the main Avengers, then I say pick up this set, just go for it. You get a nice little bad guy and of course the perfect Captain America with his shield and, you know, some little bike, but you can always just toss that into your Lego pile. No one's going to worry about it. A nice set for those characters. Now we have Duplo, and I was, contemplating whether I should put this one on the list, but it is a Marvel set, so we have the Spider-Man headquarters, set 10940, and coming in with 36 pieces. So if you've got a toddler or something like that, of course these figures are not normal Lego minifigures, they are the Duplo figures, so they're a bit more durable, a little bit weirder looking, and this isn't really one that you would get for your collection, but if you did have a kid, maybe you wanted to pick this one up for Christmas, I would highly recommend it. Now the next sets we have here are the brick sketches. Now these are commonly forgotten by most fans as they're not play-based and they don't come with any minifigures, but these are kind of nice sets if you just want to grab one, pop one on your desk or something like that. So the first one we have here is Iron Man, set 40535, coming in with 200 pieces, and then we have the Miles Morales, set 40356, coming in with 214 pieces. Now the way these are built is that you kind of put just layers of Lego bricks on top of each other, and then they kind of pop out from this display stand, I guess, or it's like a picture frame. And so they are nice. Of course, it does look like Iron Man, and it does look like Miles Morales. They have done a good job at that, but these, of course, won't be for everybody. Now, the next set we have here is one of the helmet series, or busts, and this is Carnage, set 76199, coming in with 546 pieces. Now, I am quite surprised that Venom isn't retiring at the same time as this one. It is apparently just going to be Carnage, but I would definitely recommend picking this one up, especially if you love that new Venom and Carnage movie. It is such a nice head, just the way they've managed to mold it, and those teeth. That looks so vicious, just the way that jaw kind of comes down. This is definitely a great one for those collectors. Adult collectors probably would more appreciate this set as opposed to the kids who might find it a little scary because, let's be honest, Carnage is a little bit intimidating. Now the next ones we have here are the Minifig Packs. So this is where you just get a couple of little minifigures and some accessories to just help build to your collection. So the first one we have here is Spider-Man vs. Venom and Iron Man, set 40454, coming in with 63 pieces. So we can see we of course get the Venom on this little cart, I'm going to say, little buggy, so it's a nice little build for what it is, but of course you are getting it for these minifigures. You are getting a Venom pig, Venom ham maybe, he gets a couple of hot dogs, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Let's hope those sausages aren't made from pork. Then we have a SpiderMan with some really nice arm printing there. Unfortunately, no leg printing, but still a nice figure. And of course, you get some little webs to attach to him as well. Then we get the Venomized Iron Man. Unfortunately, this does have one of the second model of helmets, so not one that opens up, and I'm not really a fan of that, but still a nice figure, kind of the possessed Iron Man, to add to your collection. Now the next one here is the Endgame Battle, set 40525, which comes with 62 pieces. And here we can see we get one of the bad guys from the Infinity War. We get Valkyrie, who has no leg printing, unfortunately, but she does have a nice armor printing and a nice sword there. Some little turret sort of build. We get Korg, who looks magnificent. I would definitely pick this up just for that minifigure if you don't have both Thor's new Asgard. That is a very nice figure to add to your collection. Then we get this little pink guy, I can never remember what his name is there, and then we get Thor with the Mjolnir. So very, very nice figures in that little set. Definitely pick it up before it retires later this year. Now the next ones we have here are the mechs. Now these are a special range of sets. Of course, they're only about $15, so they're kind of the sort of thing where a parent would just take their kid to the store and pick it up for something small, quick and easy that they can play with. I probably wouldn't recommend these for hardcore collecting fans, but if you like the minifigs, it might be a nice way to pick them up for a cheaper price. So the first one we have here is the Wolverine Mech Armor, set 76202, coming with 141 pieces. And of course, it is a Wolverine mech, so I really do like the big claws that you get on the arms, but not much else to say about that, other than the fact you also get your Wolverine minifigure. The next one we have is the Iron Man Mech Armor, set 76203, coming in with 130 pieces. Now that Iron Man is a bit odd. Again, it's got that second phase helmet, which I'm not really a huge fan of, but it is what it is. It's up to you if you like it, and the color scheme is a little bit odd. Next, we have the Black Panther Mech Armor, set 76204, coming in with 124 pieces. Now, this is a very nice mech. I love that purple and black color scheme. And of course, this is a very nice way to get the Black Panther minifigure with no helmet, unfortunately, but he does have his face and the hair. So, very nice figures in these mechs. The next sets we have here are from Shang-Chi. So the first one we have is Escape from the Ten Rings, set 76176, with 321 pieces. And this is just a bit of a chase scene, so it looks like you get a little taxi car, you get two motorbikes with two of the bad guys, and then of course you get Shang-Chi kind of trying to fight them off while this little crossbow blaster is firing at them. So a nice little set to get just for some nice playability. The next one we have here is Battle at the Ancient Village, set 76177, coming in with 400 pieces. I would say out of the two sets, this is definitely the one I would go for. This is just such a majestic set, and look at that gorgeous dragon, the red and the white. Of course, it comes with that nice little stand on the water as well, so you don't have to worry about your dragon toppling over either. We get a couple of nice little bad guys down the bottom there. Of course, we get Shang-Chi and fighting his dad with the 10 rings. So a really great set if you are a fan of the Shang-Chi movie. Next here we have two sets from the What If series, which was a popular series airing on only exclusively on Disney Plus, and it was animated. The first one we have here is Captain Carter and the Hydra Stomper, set 76201 with 343 pieces. So these sets were basically exploring the multiverse, seeing what would happen for, in this case, if Captain America did not become Captain America. Instead, it was Agent Carter who got injected with the super serum, and so Captain America, or Steve Rogers as we all know him, is now powering this mech. So this is quite a nice set just for that mech. It is quite big and clunky, but that's what a mech's supposed to be. It's a nice way to get the Captain Carter, and of course a very nicely printed Red Skull holding the Tesseract in his hand there. The next one we have here is Tony Stark's Sicarian, I want to say, Iron Man, and this is set 76194, coming in with 369 pieces, again from that What If series. This is a nice, very colourful mech. Not sure if it'd be for everybody, but definitely good for playing with. This is, of course, the Watcher. He is a very nice figure, and Valkyrie. So a great selection in both these sets here. Next, we have Doctor Strange, Gargantos Showdown, set 76205, coming in with 264 pieces. So this, of course, was from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. As we know, that movie only just came out very recently, but they will already be retiring it. So here we have, I believe her name was America Shivers. She has the smaller legs. That is something important to note. Then we get the Wong and the Doctor Strange. So some very nice minifigures with the nice monster build. So if you liked Doctor Strange, I would definitely recommend picking this one up just to add those minifigs to your collection. Next here we have the Eternals, and I don't have much to say about Eternals. I don't even know the characters' names because I am not the biggest fan of the movies. That could be pretty controversial. Some people like it, some people don't, but in my opinion, it just didn't really follow the normal Marvel storyline. But nevertheless, the sets we have here is the Eternals Aerial Assault, set 76145, coming in with 133 pieces. Now this is a pretty tiny set, it's just a way to get a couple of the little characters there, and a little bit of a deviant build there. So up to you if you want to pick that one up. I personally wouldn't recommend it. Next we have the Deviant Ambush, set 76154, with 197 pieces. And this is a nice build of a little creature and a couple of characters, but again, up to you. Personally, I wouldn't want it in my collection. Next we have in Arisham's Shadow, set 76155, coming in with 493 pieces. Now whilst this is a big mech, unfortunately it can't open up or anything like that, and there's no way to, store characters inside, and all the playability you've got is kind of just moving the arms and legs. So not really the greatest set in my opinion. Then the final one we have, the only one I might recommend picking up for your collection before it retires later this year, is the Rise of the Domo, set 76156, coming in with 1040 pieces. So this is a fairly sizable build, and it is of course that triangular shaped ship that we see in the Eternals movie. This is kind of like their home base. So you get a couple of little rooms in there. It looks like you get majority of the Eternals characters and a couple of little deviant builds off to the side there. So you might want to pick that up before it retires later this year if you're a big fan of the Eternals movie. Next, we have our Spider-Man sets. So the first one we have here is Attack on the Spider Lair, set 76175, coming in with 466 pieces. This is definitely a very nice set. I would highly recommend picking that one up if you are a big fan of Spider-Man. As you can see, we get the main Spider-Man there. We get 3 little suits off to the side. Then we also get the Venom, and we get Green Goblin minifigures with Green Goblin's little hover cart. So this is a fantastic set. Kind of reminds me of the Batcave a little bit more than Iron Man's Hall of Armor, but I just think this is a really nice concept and a really nice one to pick up for your collection. Next one we have is Spider-Man at the Sanctum Workshop, set 76185, coming in with 355 pieces, and this one of course is based off of Spider-Man No Way Home. So of course we get the really nice Spider-Man figure, we get a Wong, we get MJ, and we also get Doctor Strange. So if you're a big fan of that movie, a big fan of the Sanctum Sanctorum, this is a really nice set to pick up. The final one we have is the Spider-Man's Drone Jewel, set 76195, coming in with 198 pieces. And of course this is Spider-Man in his Bones armor, and so this scene didn't ever happen in any of the movies, but it is a nice little spider drone versus the Vulture. So if you wanted to pick up that exclusive Spider-Man and a Vulture minifigure if you didn't already have one, this is a very nice little playset to get, and I would probably recommend picking it up just for that exclusive minifigure before it retires at the end of this year. Now the next 2 Spider-Man sets we have is Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus Mech Battle, set 76198, coming in with 305 pieces, and the Spider-Man and Green Goblin Mech Battle, set 76219, coming in with 296 pieces. Now these are very similar sets. As we can see, we get the Spider-Mech and then we get the Bad Guys Mech, and so whilst these Spider-Mechs are a little bit different, they are more or less the same thing, with both Spider-Man figures looking pretty much the same. Only difference is the Doc Ock Spider-Man, he gets dual molded legs, whilst the other one just gets the plain blue legs. So I think rather than buying both of this set, if you were a collector and you wanted all of the Marvel sets, of course you would have to get both. But if you were just thinking about picking up one, I would probably recommend maybe the Dr. Octopus one instead, just because he has those nice tentacles out the back and of course those dual molded legs. And I think when it all comes down to it, you just want to pick who your favorite bad guy is, because you're pretty much buying the exact same Spider-Mech either way. But still, two very nice sets to add to your collection if you're a Spider-Man fan. Now, the next sets we have here are from the Infinity Saga. So this first one we have here is the Avengers Endgame Final Battle, set 76192, coming in with 527 pieces. So this is, of course, the final battle we see at the Avengers compound, where we get Thanos is versing Captain America with Mjolnir, Iron Man with his full suit up, Thor with Stormbreaker, Wanda Maximoff, who is more angry than ever, Black Panther, and then you get one of the, I believe they're called Shikari bad guys. We can also see we get a little Ant-Man over here with his van, which will help send them into the quantum realm, and a couple of the little broken down Avengers logos and stuff like that in the background. So a very nice set if you're a big fan of the trio Avengers, and also if you're a big fan of the Endgame Final Battle. The next one we have here is the Sanctuary 2 Endgame Battle, set 76237 with 322 pieces. This set here comes with Iron Man, a smaller version of Thanos, and the Captain Marvel. And this, of course, is Thanos' ship that flies over the Avengers compound and then fires down the missiles, blowing it to smithereens. Of course, this is a lot smaller version and not to scale at all with the Endgame Final Battle set we see over there, but this still is a nice little ship if you want to just kind of recreate that scene. Now, the final three sets we have retiring December 31st, 2022 is Bro Thor's New Asgard, set 76200, coming in with 265 pieces. And this is really nice, just like a collector's sort of piece. Of course, we get Korg, we get Fat Thor, a fantastic minifigure to pick up for your collection. And then we just get his little house that has rubbish everywhere. And it's just such a nice little display piece to put on the corner of your desk or your shelf or something like that. The next one we have here is the Iron Man Ironmonger Mayhem, set 76190, coming in with 479 pieces. This is a really, really nice mech build. As you can see, it is based off of Iron Man 1, and this scene here is where Iron Man is flying as high up as he can so that the Ironmonger will freeze up and fall back to Earth to die. This is a fantastic set though. I'm really glad that they went back and they remade this set, because it is a definite one that you would add to your collection. And of course, this uses the good helmet mold, so you don't have to worry about that second variation that doesn't open up. And the final set we have here is the Black Panther Dragon Flyer, set 76186, coming in with 202 pieces. So this was seen in Infinity War, I believe, and the Black Panther movie. Not sure why we have that bad guy if it's the Black Panther movie, but still we get a really nice Shuri character, the really nice Black Panther minifigure with his purple accents, and just a really solid set, especially for a smaller price range of about $30. This is a nice one to have to your collection, just to add to your shelf or something like that before it retires later this year. And there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was a bit of a longer video, but there was a lot of sets retiring this year. Please let me know down in the comments, will you be picking up any of these sets before they retire December 31st? Because you don't want to have to go onto eBay later on and try and pay a premium for them. I learned that the hard way when I wanted to try and pick up the Iron Man Hall of Armor, and found out that they go for about $150 on things like eBay and Bricklink, almost double the price that they originally were. So please don't wait till it's too late. Don't do a me. Go down in the comments, let me know which set you want to get. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps make my channel grow so I can keep making these amazing videos for you guys. Have a great one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.